Okay, so this is a little demo of Morphopede that I created, I think in 1983 or 84. It's hard for me to remember. There's no date on the actual copy of the game. I actually found a copy of it on eBay from the old Software Source. So anyway, so let me show you. So, back then, instead of having the game locking to the frame rate, which I probably should have done, I figured out how fast the computer ran and ran this little program that would determine the speed and kind of figure out a speed to run the game at. So here's the little introduction. And, you know, I got fascinated with Centipede. Of course, I liked the game itself when it came out by Atari. But then when I saw your game, Myriapede, I was, really impressed by it. The smooth animation and so forth. It looks like you're using character graphics for the centipedes themselves. And the game just, it felt really good. It was really tight. And and then I said to myself, I want to make a Centipede for the Atari. Now, the Atari was my primary game system back then, the Atari 800. That's what I learned to program on. So, at the time, I think you were in college. I was probably in junior high or high school, so I was a little bit behind you. And I felt that on the Atari by 1984, there were just so many versions of Centipede that were, pretty good. There was no point making another one. But on the IBM PC, they all sucked. So I thought there was an opportunity. So the whole idea of Morphopede was that you would start off kind of with a Centipede kind of universe, and then as the game progressed, every 3 or 4 levels, all the artwork would change. Now, I've tried playing this game and it's quite difficult, and I don't have the source code, unfortunately, so even getting through the levels is nearly impossible. But as you go through them, they change, and everyone has a different theme, and the mushrooms turn into different kinds of, things that you might find in space or in sea. It's very, very cool. So anyway, it's too bad I can't kind of skip through the levels to show you. But anyway, I just wanted you to see this because it's kind of cool. And playing your game, Myriapede kind of drove me to write this and make a really good copy of this game. So let's see here if I can figure out how to get this to work. So I think if I hit spacebar, that starts the game. And then if we can figure out how to fire, and let's see, there it is. It's the shift key. So, so as you can see, the game is flickering, and this was because the computer was so slow at the time, the PC, that I locked it to a speed, kind of a loop speed, instead of having it locked to the vertical blank, which I don't know. I'm trying to remember what my motivation for that was in the end. I have no idea why I did that. It would have got rid of this. It could have been that maybe I didn't have, I think it was maybe I didn't have enough memory for a frame buffer, a double buffer. And I would have needed the double buffer to copy it. So I think I had to draw right on the screen and then use dirty rectangles or something. So see the explosion. Now the sound is really cool. I worked a lot on the sound, but it's not playing through this DOS emulator. So, anyway, but, uh, you know, as I wrote the game, I would look at the Atari Centipede. I'd go play that to see how it's supposed to play, and then I would go back and play yours and see, how your AI was. And I remember one of the things I was most proud of was the spider here. And the spider, it kind of taunts you and gets you close, and then as you get close, I change some of the probability variables so it attacks you better. So, it doesn't look like I'm even going to be able to get through one level of my own game. But anyway, so when I found, I was just deciding to look on internet and see if I could find Myriapede because I have an Atari 800 and 400. I've got a whole retro collection. And, I was like, that was a really good game. I wonder if I can find it. And I found it and then found, your blog. And I thought I would, email you and, show you this to kind of show that this was created out of, playing your game kind of motivated me to make this one. So anyways, let's see if I can escape here. God knows how. Let's just let it kill me. That's probably the easiest way. Of course, now the spider doesn't want to. There we go. All right. And we'll just put my initials in here. And there it is. So anyway, so cool. So I just wanted to show you this, and I found an image of Myriapede. I'm gonna see if I can extract it and make a disk image so I can put it back on an Atari 800 disk and play the game. So I'm kind of excited to play it and hear the sound effects and stuff. So that's it.